Hello everyone. So today we're going to talk about the directives. As you can see that we've been building this classic 555 timer circuit and basically speaker. And you probably noticed that there is two errors, right? There's a 1 in the 5 and there is a 1 in the 5 as well. How do I know it's an error? Definitely you can see that there is an error. But if you go to the design and if you click here, update, and if you just say yes, you can clearly see that it's telling me there's something going on. It says that warning error occurred. If I try to even click here, it tells you this there is two errors, and errors are really scary. And that's our basically the pin 5 is floating inputs and we have to fix it, right? So now let's think about this. I'm very confident that I don't need to use anything here, okay? I don't need to give any kind of control voltage here. So what I can do, I can just basically go to the directive section, right click there, you can see the generic No ERC. And if I just click here, boom, the errors are gone. So now, what about this part? Maybe I do want to give some control voltage. Maybe I just don't know what to give. Maybe I'm not sure, okay? Since you're not sure, just like any coding, you use comments, right? You comment out things. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to comment out this thing, just like we're coding right now. We're just coding in circuits, in schematics. So we're going to go here, right click there, compile mask. Now we will try to cover the area, okay? Here we go. Boom. Now it's fully gone. Now, if I want to be confident about my action, I can go to design, click the update, and now I can definitely see this and no burning, which is awesome. There's nothing. Everything is compiling really perfectly, right? Pretty good. But what if I just want to get rid of this for now? I can just click here and boom. Now you commented, but you uncommented it. So it's like the same thing about a coding. You comment things out, you uncomment it, which is very, very often, right? Okay, let's talk about the other ones. So we learned about this thing. Let's say that this is a classic 555 timer, so there's no differential pair, right? What if you do have a differential pair on something? Maybe you have SMAs, maybe you have a maiden connectors or whatever it is. So now think about this is two wires and definitely thinking that they are basically a differential pair, okay? Maybe think about their differential pair. Just imagine in your head that they're differential pair. How can I tell Altium that, hey, please treat these two wires just like a differential pair, okay? And they're referencing to each other. How can I do that? You go to this compile section again, and now you go to the differential pair, come back here, set one. You're good to go. But please, just like we were talking about the net levels, please make sure you give some net levels too and be very specific to it. I think Altium do care about how you name it. So on this one, I want to give it a trig n, and on this one, I want to give it basically a trig, probably P. So I'm just indicating that this is a positive pair and this is a negative pair. Please do it. Make sure you name something that has a P at the end and N at the end, like a suffix or something. All right, so we talked about the differential pair. But the boss of all of those, the most important one, in my eyes, is the parameter set, which is awesome, which basically helps you to design specific wires or even a component for certain design rules you usually do from the layout section. Or maybe you want to create some design rules in your layout for specific cases. So think about this. Think about, I want to have a very specific design rules for my powers, okay? Or maybe for my ground at the same time. So what I can do is, I can go here. I can change it to probably, let's go here first. Parameter set is come with the differential pair right now, but I don't need that. I can do is maybe voltage and ground. Now I can go here, click here one of them, voltage and ground, space, and voltage and ground. Now I can define some rules. I can say that, all right, maybe I can define a net class too. I can say, all right, you guys are basically under voltage and ground, okay? So, and I can design some design rules, right? I can have some design rules. I can say, you know what? You guys might have a very fat teak trace. Maybe you guys want to have a 20 mils. Who knows? Maybe a max 20 mils. Maybe who knows, right? And you can define as much as rules you want. And what's going to happen is that when you're going to convert this thing to your tree layout, it's going to create design rules for specific of those, which is good, which is fine. But what if I want to have the design rules for all of these three? These resistors, and this capacitor. What can I do? I can create a blanket. Just like in the winter, I want to give them a nice blanket. And after I create this blanket, now I can go here again and create the parameter set, and I can just assign a parameter to them. I can say you guys are resistors and capacitor, and I can do the same thing. I can create a parameter, rules, whatever. And you can also do the same thing for so this is essentially creating two things. This is essentially creating a net class. This is also creating a component class at the same time. So it gets super handy whenever you have so many things going on. I think this is good for now, and let's stop here and let's focus on our next videos. Maybe we're going to talk about something different, maybe ports, who knows, let's see. Thanks for watching.